Today, video cameras are everywhere. We bring you the pictures they've captured. Sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's funny, but it's always real TV. News video of the parasailer who got caught in the wind. It's a backdraft caught on tape. A powerful twister bears down on an elementary school. Meet the woman with 600 pet cats.
Yes, yes.
You heard me right. And there's more than one way to climb a tree. For Tuesday, March 24th, 1998, this is Real TV.
Hi, I'm John Daly, and we begin with the first of 3 stories of natural phenomena. It was the last thing a parasailer expected, to get caught in the wind. Our Michael Brownlee has the remarkable video of a very painful accident.
News cameras roll at a parasailing competition in New Zealand. High winds make conditions dicey, but Lynn Watkins decides to go for it anyway. He rises to about 90 feet when a sudden gust hits the parasail. Lynn crashes to the ground and lies there unconscious. Worried onlookers rush to see how badly he's hurt. The camera mic picks up the frantic screams of Lynn's wife as she runs to his side. Another man yells a warning. Lynn is still unconscious, and no one knows how badly he's hurt.
Okay, that's cool.
A rescue helicopter arrives to rush him to a hospital. Luckily, Lynn's injuries were less serious than his wife feared, because his reserve chute cushioned some of the impact. Later, Lynn admitted the accident was his own fault.
Very marginal, and I flew outside the safe envelope, which we normally try and make a point of flying within, and consequently I paid the price.
The price Lynn paid was a broken pelvis, a dislocated shoulder, and some chipped teeth. That was more than enough to make him take a break from the sport.
I'll probably sit it out for a year or 2. It's a sport that requires a keen judgment, and obviously I've shown that I don't have that at the moment.
If Lynn ever does decide to go parasailing again, you can bet he'll think twice before throwing caution to the wind.
Oof. The accident happened in a contest to see how far the competitors could fly. Lynn was in the air for only 10 seconds. Well, next, a natural phenomenon every firefighter dreads, a backdraft. On this tape, you'll see why it can be deadly.
We have thousands of fires in our vast video library showing structures go up in flames. But often, the most dangerous fires happen when something you can't see is burned up. That something is oxygen, and when it's gone, a dreaded backdraft can happen. That's about to occur here, in front of the camera. The scene is Los Angeles, where this home is ablaze. Firemen calmly prepare to knock down what they think will be an ordinary house fire. What they don't know is that the flames have sucked all the oxygen out of the one-story home. Now watch what happens when the outside air hits the oxygen-starved fire. It's a backdraft, sending the firemen scurrying for safer ground. Fortunately, the firefighters and the cameramen are far enough away not to be injured. Unfortunately for the homeowner, the house is a complete loss.
No one was hurt. The tape was shot by fellow firefighters for training purposes. Well, now, phenomenon number 3. Just south of Los Angeles, a tornado bears down on an elementary school. Now, this home video shows you what it's like to be a sitting target in the path of a twister. Here's our Sabila Vargas.
least 55 feet in diameter, winds anywhere from, 70 to 80 miles an hour. You could not see through it.
That's how Lanny Valinsky describes a tornado that hit Long Beach, California. Lanny was on his way to pick up his daughter at her elementary school when the tornado hit. While everyone was running for cover, Lanny was videotaping the destruction.
It was something like out of the Wizard of Oz. It was like the only thing missing was the Wicked Witch of the West.
The tornado tore the roof off of the school's library.
It was just incredible. I mean, just sheets of the tar paper and the shingles were just flying off of the roof.
But that wasn't the only thing destroyed. Trees throughout the neighborhood were uprooted and ripped apart.
As it went through the school ground, it just broke tree limbs as it went across. This is the shed that was picked up, probably about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile away from, and carried that much through the air. This is an average tool shed that you'll find in most people's backyards. This is the Lucky's parking lot. This is the part of the roof where it drilled a hole right through the roof. It must have stayed in this location for quite some time as it did a lot of damage. It did an extensive amount of damage to that roof.
Lanny says it's an experience he will never forget. What surprises him most is that no one was killed, despite the tornado's tremendous force.
There was chunks falling out of the sky. Any of that debris could have hit a child. It's pretty amazing with the amount of power that was there. It could have really injured a lot of people severely.
As fast as the tornado came, it went, shaking up nerves, not to mention causing all of that property damage. Here at the elementary school, they've picked up all of the broken branches, and they're working on fixing the library's roof. Now the kids can go back to school and learn lessons in English rather than crash courses in meteorology. John.
Sabila, let's hope it doesn't happen again. Thank you very much. Well, here's a change of pace. We've got tape of a man with a bizarre talent.
What's wrong with this picture? We're watching videotape of a man in southern Thailand climbing a tree. But how come the fronds on the tree are at the bottom? Where is the ground? The answer to these and other mysteries. The man is climbing the tree upside down. His name is Mr. Germ, and his specialty is climbing trees backwards. Although we at Realtv usually just bring you the video and leave you to interpret it, this time we simply have to ask, why?
I do this to make it look interesting and fascinating. I dream it will be known all over the world.
Good answer, Mr. Germ, and thanks to Realtv, your dream is realized.
Well, we'd like to hear from you. It could be a suggestion for a story, or maybe you've got some tape you want us to look at. Give us a call on our toll-free number. It's 1-888-REAL-TV1. We'll be right back.
Up next,
So you got a camera in here taking all this?
they have the public's trust. But these politicians are caught on tape abusing that very trust. And 600 cats. And the woman who cares for them. Later, Freddy Cat gives the most exciting footage ever of the Air Force Thunderbirds. And the snake who showed up at school one day. We'll be right back. No unnamed sources, no unsubstantiated claims. You're watching Realtv, where what you see is what you get.
Welcome back. As you know, video cameras shed light and heat on controversial cases. Well, this next story shows 3 examples. It's a matter of trust. Politicians abusing the trust of the public. Here's our John Johnston.
I've been tuning a lot, and I've been doing that too.
A mayor using cocaine. A state legislator taking a bribe.
Hold on a second. We're going to call them.
A city councilman caught in a drug buy. It's becoming a disturbing trend across America. Our political leaders pictured as public losers, caught on camera committing crimes. What's amazing is, even when there are the pictures to prove it, in many cases, much of the public is willing to forgive the politicians.
I can't bring my things back together right away.
This may be the most infamous case. Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry busted on tape smoking cocaine. The public's appalled, and Barry goes to jail. But just a few years later, he's reelected.
We're going to have service elevator, and your privacy is going to be protected.
The next year, this Arizona politician is caught on tape taking a bribe.
So we got a camera in here taking all this.
He's one of 7 state legislators indicted in one of the West's biggest political scandals. And in Los Angeles, a city council member confesses to cocaine addiction after these pictures were taken during a drug sting. Believe it or not, he's still in office.
I think Americans are willing to forgive almost anything, as long as the politicians ask for forgiveness. We'll let them have hookers, we'll let them do drugs. We just like to forgive people.
Bill Handel is a top radio talk show host in Los Angeles. Over the years, he's seen dozens of scandals and a number of politicians caught. He claims each case is different, but there are similarities.
I think politicians are both arrogant and stupid. And usually they're right, because even when they're caught, look what happens. They're forgiven.
Handel says many of his listeners are disgusted, but not really that surprised, to see public servants embarrassed during private moments caught on tape.
I don't think the politicians are any more or less moral than they've ever been. We just have the joys of video today. So all it means is we're going to see more of it.
And the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in court.
Well, now we've got a woman caught on tape. She's not doing anything illegal, just totally bizarre.
Ben gene yerine koyarım fazla yani koyarım.
Turkin Akalin is truly a cat lover. In fact, in her hometown of Istanbul, Turkey, she's earned the nickname Catwoman, and with good reason. Turkin owns 600 cats. That's right, 600. They come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. Turkin doesn't discriminate. She loves them all, including one frisky but feline-friendly dog. Her pet love affair began 35 years ago, and now she's devoted her life to taking in lonely and sick cats. Not surprisingly, the cost of feeding, cleaning, and tending to the litter's medical needs runs into the thousands. But despite the occasional paw fight and lots of kitty litter to clean, this Catwoman says it's all worth it.
That's right, 600 cats. We'll be right back.
Still ahead. A camera on the wing gives us a great angle to see the Thunderbirds in action. And he's playing possum on the soccer field. Plus, they'll need the latest in video technology to get this little kitty out of the well. And you're invited to a doggy wedding. Back in 2 minutes. Don't blink. You're watching Realtv.
Well, next, we've got the most amazing footage we've ever seen of the Air Force Thunderbirds. They put a camera on the wing of one of their jets to show you an angle never seen before.
It's a breathtaking view, one that few people ever get to see. But for these elite Air Force pilots known as the Thunderbirds, it's a way of life.
No drill. Here, now, or go slide. Forward. Left turn. Roll.
For more than 40 years, the Thunderbirds have been entertaining millions of people around the world. But before any of these pilots perform, they train for 4 months at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada.
Left turn. Continuous left. Back left for bon ton roll. Little more pull.
Cameras mounted in the cockpits and the missile mounts at the end of the wings capture this aerial ballet as it happens.
Smoke off, ready, now and roll. Diamond's tight.
Take a look at what they called their diamond formation.
Easy forward lefter. How's he looking for? I got him. Back left all the way. Rolling up the rolling. Into the boat.
Maneuvering through the air at speeds of more than 600 miles per hour. Inverted. And rolling leaves these pilots little room for error. At times, these F-16s get as close as 18 inches from one another.
Fours in.
A pilot during a show will perform approximately 30 maneuvers, and you can bet communication is a key to making them a success.
I'll check 54. 154, okay. 53, okay. 52, okay. 52, okay.
And how do these high flyers finish their day? With what else but a perfect landing? What a sight. Well, next, 3 tapes of animals turning up where they shouldn't be. They make up today's Quick Clips. Police show up to a daycare center in New York City because a teacher thought she saw a snake in the hall. Cops immediately beat down a bathroom wall in pursuit of the intruder while the kids stay in their class. And after a toilsome evacuation, police finally capture the slimy stowaway. The snake's not too big, but it sure caused a lot of damage. In Guyana, Brazil, there's another uninvited critter making a nuisance of himself. During the second half of a soccer game, a possum made his way onto the field, causing all sorts of problems. But eventually, the little guy decided to leave with some help. And finally, a little kitten that was somewhere it wasn't supposed to be, down an 80-foot well pipe. A plumbing company with a tiny camera helps out the Sacramento Fire Department as they rig up a snare to pull up the precious cargo. And when the little ball of fur finally emerges from the pipe, its owner and everyone else let out a big sigh of relief. And animals are not usually invited to masquerade balls, but in Florida, residents threw one in honor of their pets. It's called a pet masquerade, and it's part of Fantasy Fest, a wild and wacky 10-day celebration held every year in Key West, Florida. Fantasy Fest is a chaotic, outlandish, fun-filled affair, and the pet masquerade is one of its main attractions. Here are some news video clips of the most inventive entries. Can you guess who this pooch and his owner represent?
AKA Thing One.
If you said Cat in the Hat, you're right.
Very intelligent.
How about this pair, Tony the Tiger and his exotic companion, Tina? The Blues Brothers make a triumphant appearance. The tempo increases as we watch the spectacular dance number featuring the lovely and talented Doggy Parton and company. But for our money, here's the real highlight of the day, a doggy wedding.
To share your biscuits and bones through all the dog days of your life. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you Sarah and Danny. And there you have it, folks. Only in Key West.
Tomorrow on Real TV, firemen work on the roof of the house, not knowing that it's about to collapse.
Well, we found some incredible old tape in the archives, and on it we found 2 special people. Try to figure out who they are in today's Real TV quiz. Before entering politics, Ronald Reagan starred on Death Valley Days.
We're on a Death Valley Days. That water's not handy. Rexo waterless hand cleaner really cleans up for us.
He also starred in these commercials for Borax. In this commercial, Mr. Reagan has a young co-star.
Powdered Veraxa washes the whole family's hands really clean, leaves them soft and smooth.
She's now known as an author. Can you name her? We'll have the answer in just a moment.
If you have Real TV, call us toll-free at 1-888-REAL-TV1 or on the web, reach us at realtv1.com.
Here's the answer to our Real TV quiz.
My daughter Patty has another tip for you.
Marvelous, Patty.
You heard right. That sweet young girl is Patty Reagan. Patty is now known as the family rebel, but here she's just trying to help Dad sell soap.
Thanks for playing the Realtv quiz. Well, that's it for now. There's more Realtv next time.